That's where I'm from, country boy from the South. Born in Atlanta, Georgia. My parents transferred over to Monroe, Louisiana, my dad's job. And growing up in, Monroe, Louisiana, it was kind of like I grew up in a majority Caucasian neighborhood, middle class. Didn't really, I didn't really know what was going on until about junior high. You know what I'm saying? That's whenever the funds began. You began to get a personality. Everybody else was getting growth spurts, but I was kind of staying the same. But it was a lot of fun. Gaining a lot of friends. I was kind of the, Mr. Popular because everybody just loved my personality and all that good stuff. And going into, my junior high year, my 8th grade year, I began just to win all the accolades, just like Mr. OJHS, student government president, FCA president. Anything that had where you had to vote for a popularity contest, I signed up for it. I was like, put me on that mug. I want to be Mr. Popular. And I began to win everything, and it was pretty legit. And then 9th grade came, freshman year of high school, worst year of my life. Everybody started just getting taller and getting bigger and buffer, and I just was staying just Mr. Small Man. And it was just it was a really crazy year. And by my 9th and 10th grade year, I don't even remember what happened. All I know is that I began to just really lose myself into trying to get a girlfriend, lose myself into trying to be cool, lose myself in trying to be this, I don't know, everything that I was not created to be in order to be accepted and to be liked. And I ended up falling into pornography and got really heavy into that and just saw my life just begin to just, like I said, I don't really remember what was going on during those years. But as I began to really began to realize that even then, those times, God had his hand on my life. Going into my junior year of high school, my sophomore summer year, a young lady came over to my house, and she's a good friend of mine. We're hanging out or whatever, and before you know it, like, she wanted to kind of fool around. I mean, you don't know, keep it on. If you don't know what that is, just don't worry about it. Don't ask your mama. And so she kind of wanted to fool around or whatever, and I was kind of like, at the moment that this began to happen, I was like, this is like everything I wanted. But it was just like, at the same time, it was just like, what am I doing? Like, this is not me. Like, this is not who I was created to be. Like, and then like, it just like, at that moment, like, God just really showed up, like, in my brain. It was kind of weird. It was a moment. Like, they talk about, like, God spoke to me. Like, yeah, that happened. It wasn't audible, but like, in my brain, I just had this like flash of my life. And God just said to me, like, Jamal, like, if you do this and you compromise now, you will compromise for the rest of your life. And I was like, yeah, this is not worth it. I kicked the girl out of my house, and I got on my knees before God, and I was like, God, I'm sick and tired of being like everybody else. Like, I'm sick and tired of being normal. I'm sick and tired of saying I'm a Christian, but I'm not living it. I'm sick and tired of being just this normal dude at school, trying to be like everybody else. God, I want to be real. I don't know what that looks like. I don't know what that means, but I just know that this is not it. God, I give my life to you. And like, there was no pastor there. There was nobody with a white collar. It wasn't no angel. It wasn't no glory dust. It was just a conviction from the Holy Spirit and me just saying, God, I'm done. So I give my life to Jesus in my room. I go to a place called The Ramp in Hamilton, Alabama. Get jacked up for Jesus, man. It was just like a bunch of teenagers in there, just like no chairs, no seats. And we just worshiped for 4 hours, sweating all over the place. And me and my best friend Aaron, we just said, man, let's go back to our schools and jack it up. Junior, senior year, we go back to our schools. We start a Bible study. And man, started taking our schools for Jesus. I ended up one day standing on top of my lunch table, preached the gospel from my lunch table, saw about 300 of my friends came to know Jesus in my lunchroom. Stuff you read about in books, stuff you read about in class, like in crazy movies. I saw it in my school. And so, yeah, I was like, man, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. I want to serve God. I want to go give my life to Jesus. So I went to Bible college with this man of God right here, with Josh. Went to Christ of the Nations in Dallas, Texas. Moved out of my house at 18, following the call of God. Crazy stuff. Didn't know how I was going to pay for it. God paid for my entire schooling while I was there for 3 years. And going after Jesus, man. And now I'm in here in Chicago, no family, no friends. Once again, following the call of God, serving as a youth pastor to take back the urban city of Chicago for Jesus. And that's my life. I'm 23 years old. I'm a virgin for Jesus, living it all out. One day I'm going to give it away to one special lady. But other than that, I'm rocking it out. And that's my story. Cool? Give it up for Jesus, right?